Hello.
Hello.
Fucking hell. I don't know why my computer blue screens when I'm streaming.
Oh, it blue screened.
It did that yesterday too.
Oh no.
I think it. I don't know. Is it fucking live split? Like I'm gonna not use live split for now and see if it doesn't happen.
Live split. That's an interesting thing to
It might be
destroy your
like
computer.
Discord audio overlay or something. I don't know. Something's crashing my computer. It fucking
Hmm.
sucks though.
Oh, I can imagine.
So I don't have a timer anymore. So I'm gonna. I don't know what to do. I need another timer somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, go online. Just like look up online stopwatch.
I have to like screen cap it. It's so annoying.
Cube timer. Someone sent Rubik's cube timer. What is this?
Anyway, we had like 20 minutes though, so I'm gonna switch to the next person.
Okay. Good night.
Alright, later. Okay, I don't have a timer right now. Um.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
How are things going tonight?
Other than my computer blue screening, things are fine.
Yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised if that was live split because I've used live split a bunch before and I go into my event manager and it's just like live split, live split, live split all for critical errors. So I
Wait,
wouldn't be
really?
surprised at all. Yeah. Should check it
Okay.
out.
I'm not gonna use live split then.
Yeah, I know. I've been looking for something that's like
How
actually worth
about
using.
W split? Do I have that on my
I'm,
computer?
I mean, I think it still works. I don't know if it causes any issues. I just never liked that it wasn't as customizable. Live split, you could kind of just get to look exactly how you wanted.
I'm downloading W split right now.
The good old reliable. It's making a comeback, guys. No, I'm just relaxing. I got all kinds of random junk being out and about done today, like gift buying and all that. Just get it done now so I don't get it done on Friday when every place is mobbed to death.
Oh yeah. Um, my only gift is gonna be my Discord Christmas event.
I'm curious about that. I'm just like, am I gonna have any free time on Christmas Day to drop in? I think I probably will. All my stuff is usually done on Christmas Eve.
Okay, window capture. W split. Okay. How do I start this timer?
It might be. I think I don't know. Maybe like live split, it has global hotkeys off by default, which is dumb. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Settings. Global hotkeys. Okay, we have a timer. Excellent. Let me just
Sweet. Yeah, feel free to adjust it. I know I've kind of gotten a free minute or two here.
yeah.
No, I think this is like the straight up the first time we've talked in voice in I think like a year and a half, 2 years or something like that.
Was the last time, was it online or was it at like GDQ or something?
I think I yeah, it was at GDQ actually, the Korean barbecue night.
Oh yeah. I haven't gone to Korean barbecue in a long time. I kind of miss that.
I don't know of any place that's near me. I mean, like a little bit south of me, there's Portland, which is like the biggest city in Maine, but I don't like know if they have anything that's worthwhile there. I mean, it's a pretty diverse city, but I don't know. I'm like one of those people where it's like if I don't know of a place directly and I'm not going with anyone, I feel super weird going because I wouldn't go on my
It's
own.
yeah, it seems like a thing you'd want to go to with like a group of people.
Right. And like I don't
Would it
know.
be like very cost effective to go on your own? Cuz well, I don't know.
I mean, I'd have to drive there and all that, but I would just feel weird. Like you can't exactly do takeout at Korean barbecue. It doesn't
Right.
work. It's like an experience. But no, all my friends are online as well, so it's maybe if I go to like PAX or something, then yeah, when I'm in Seattle, it's super easy that way. But that's once a year, so
Yeah.
rip.
Oh, someone subbed. Hey, thank you.
Wow, 4 months already.
But I'm just
Hope
like
to see more
enjoying
of you on
the
Twitch.
break
Narcissa less
from
than
travel.
3,
I mean,
than
this
3.
happens like every year at this point. I'll go to like 3 conventions because they're all in the summer, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm tired of traveling. And then April comes along, and because PAX East is just south of me, I'm like, yay, okay, something new is going on.
Yeah, I haven't really gone to PAX.
It's not a bad convention overall, but I've been to when you combine PAX Prime and East, I've been 8 times now.
That's a lot.
So yeah, like and it for each it got kind of dull on the third go. So the last times I've gone, it's just been to like meet up with people. I mean, I'm gonna be going with someone to East this time around, which is why I'm going at all. I'd probably go to East anyways because it's just a drive away.
Feels
And
like these events just become memes for people to meet up, and then like
I mean,
it doesn't even matter what the event is.
kind of, because I mean, unless you're going to like places like, for example, people, I'm actually surprised that tickets for PAX South haven't sold out yet because the Nintendo Switch is going to be playable there, and that's in a month, and that's in Texas. And I'm like super surprised that tickets haven't sold out more because I think that's like the first confirmed public venue where it's going to be playable.
I think they're doing a couple events like Chicago and other places.
Nice. I mean, it really seems like they want people to get into this one, like
I
get
heard the
hands on it.
specs came out and it's quite weak, which is I guess expected.
Yeah, I mean, hasn't that kind of always been the case though with them ever
Well,
since
yeah,
like
since
GameCube,
after
the GameCube era?
GameCube was on par with the other console. GameCube is more powerful than PS2 actually.
Oh wow. I mean, that doesn't surprise me too much as long as the games are good. But I mean, it does seem like I haven't kept up like a lot with the lineup, but it seems like they want to really have a strong release of launch titles so that people have reason to buy the console right away. Like, I mean, it seems like they have the hardware ready, and yet they're skipping holiday season. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, well, maybe not quite ready. 'Cause
yeah, I
of
was gonna say
March.
maybe they haven't manufactured enough of them, or maybe it's just the units they've shown are not final units, even if they look final, which would make sense. I mean, I don't think they'd want to throw a unit onto the Jimmy Fallon show and like it's just like a dev kit when they've
Right.
already shown what the real thing looks like.
Oh, I was gonna say something. No, I forgot.
I hate that.
Oh yeah, on January 12th, I think they're gonna probably talk about the price and the launch games.
Sweet.
So,
Yeah, I mean, it seems like at this point with the delays, it does seem like they want Breath of the Wild to be a launch title.
I don't think it's gonna be though, because there's a rumor that translation's taking too long.
Oh, I thought I mean, if is the console, it's coming out in what, March, right? And
Yeah.
then Breath of the Wild is rumored to be delayed until March, or was March the original date and it might be delayed beyond that?
I think it's gonna be delayed beyond that.
Oh my god.
Like
I
I'm
hope it's
I'm
playable.
expecting July.
I hope it's playable at PAX East. Actually, now I'm like gonna look up the release date here in Nintendo.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna. I mean, I think it's very likely they'll have Breath of the Wild playable at these like events.
Oh my god, that would be so sick.
That was cool. E3 last year or this year. With
Wait, was it playable there, or is it
yeah,
just like
they had the plateau demo, which is like 30 minutes of wandering around.
That's the crux of E3. Like, E3's different than every other convention, at least for someone like me. Like, for people in the industry, it's obvious you just go. But for people like me, where, I don't know, I don't play a ton of everything, because there's no, like, panels or anything at E3. So it's like you go in hopes for it to be a really solid year. Like, you go, or, people like me, I would want to go, for example, for console releases.
Wait, have you gone?
I've been once, and it was in 2012, and it was just something that was I invited out for it? I don't even think so. It's just like I shared a hotel room with like a bunch of people like 30 minutes away, and that was why, because it just seemed like a lot of fun. And I think I remember. I think I remember. I think I forged, not forged. I can't say that. I semi lied about who I was with because my YouTube partner at the time, or my CMS was Machinima, and I was like, "Yo, I'm with Machinima," and they gave me a pass with Machinima, and then I told Machinima about it, and they're like, "Yeah, you totally shouldn't have done that, but it's okay because it worked."
Okay.
Like because there was no arguments about it.
Yeah, I've never really gone. I mean, I could have gone in 2015, but I did not.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it depends on if there's going to be anything there for you. And I guess that's kind of the case with every convention because I mean, again, unless you're like a super general gamer or there's something you're very specifically there for and you're willing to wait into like the 2 to 3 hour lines that are even longer at E3.
Wait a minute.
Um,
I think I'm mixing up E3 2015 and E3 2016.
I'm not sure.
I can't
I mean,
remember what happened
I
in
would
2015.
I was going to say I would guess that it would have been 2016 where Breath of the Wild would have been playable. I mean, when was it?
Yeah,
Like,
that was
when was
that
the
was this
first
year,
video
right?
announced?
Um,
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think the first video came out a year and a half ago.
yeah, that was this year for sure. I don't remember what happened at 2015 though.
I'm really curious though, like when you go handheld, if it's like it goes into a low power, low frame rate mode or something.
Oh, well,
That-
the thing is, when they showed it on Jimmy Fallon, well, okay, the part they were in was kind of like, there wasn't much going on, so
Mhm.
it was kind of like flat terrain, but the frame rate maintained 30 frames per second in handheld mode or whatever, so
Right. That's why I'm curious about like the resolution, brightness, all that. Like
I
that's
think
why
the
I wanna hold one
resolution's
in my hand.
720p.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Then it's probably like it on the ready downscaling or something where it can. I don't know if it plays. Does it play 1080p up to the TV or is it
Well,
just 720p?
The system itself should be 1080p on the TV, but I think Breath of the Wild is 720p all around.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense considering, I mean, the draw distance is like 30 miles or something.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously all kinds of tricks, but
I think yeah, I think it's just gonna be 720p 30 on both Wii U and Switch, but I think Switch will maintain a consistent 30 FPS, and then the Wii U is gonna be like dropping frames a lot, or just being like laggy.
okay. I mean, I actually like, I don't know. I always feel I'm sort of an edge case when it comes to like what consoles I will and won't use. I mean, I own a Wii U and I haven't used it for like months. I only used it when I streamed. And I always told myself that I actually remember when Project Moonfall was the only thing hyping Majora's Mask for the DS, and I'm like, man, I would love that because I'm more of an on the go kind of person when it comes to gaming, or even just using a handheld while I'm sitting at my computer chair. I just don't like getting up, going to my TV or whatever, and playing games. So the Switch seems really compelling to me in that regard.
Yeah,
Even
it sounds
if
like
it's
it's
just
up
like
your
around
alley.
the house. Yeah, even if it's just around the house.
I think
So, I
the
don't know.
rumors is that when it's docked, it'll have more than double the graphical capability,
Okay.
but it's only due to like the clock speed though.
Okay. Like I'm wondering if the way game developers have to develop for it is that if they have to like name what assets are optional based on what will unload when you put it into portable mode, if there's even going to be like a discernible difference there in order for games to maintain their frame rate. Like
Yeah,
I mean,
I
if
don't
the whole
know.
if the whole console's in that screen, I mean, and I don't doubt it because it just seems like the rest of it's a dock. I mean, I even wonder if there is more graphical horsepower in like the other portion of the Switch because it's thick enough to seem like there could be something in there.
You mean the
And,
dock thing?
Right, like it looks thick enough where it's not just a glorified charging plug.
The newest
then-
rumor is that the only thing the docking does is increase the clock speed of the system, and like
Okay.
it doesn't, or it just goes into like a higher clock speed mode when it's
Okay.
in the dock. But the dock itself doesn't have like extra power or something.
Interesting. And I think, I mean, for me, I know Nintendo's usually pretty okay about price. I mean, barring
I'm
eh,
expecting
eh, eh,
300, maybe they could do 349 and it'll be kind of sad, I think, but
Yeah, I mean, if it's 300, yeah, I'll be pretty hyped about it. But I can't help but wonder what battery life is going to be on that. I mean, they're touting it as the system that you take out and play at parties and whatnot. And I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, I think that's part of the reason why the clock speed drops too, is battery.
yeah, it's like, so then it's like, okay, what's the battery life going to be for the highest brightness versus the lowest? Like, are we going to talk like an hour at highest brightness and then 3 at lowest? And then it's like, becomes this thing where it's like, oh, that's kind of weird that,
Uh,
you have to play it at lowest brightness for it to be worth it. I don't know.
Wait,
Because
are
this
there
would be,
brightness settings?
I don't know. I'm kind of guessing there would be. I mean, for every handheld they've done, they've had brightness settings, so I can only suppose. But like, I don't. I see myself like taking this on the occasional flight. I mean, I don't fly that much, but when I do, like knowing that I have the full gaming experience in my hand, and it's not like this weird trade-off thing that PlayStation tried to do for a while. I don't even know what that was like, but where it's like you're holding the console. I don't know. This is all stuff that I'm sure people have talked about 1,000 times over, but I'm pretty hyped for it.
I hope the battery life is pretty good, but I think I'm mostly going to use it docked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair.
I mean, it'd be cool if it was like 7 hours plus, but maybe that's asking for a lot. I'm not sure. I think that
I
there
don't
needs
know.
to be like a battery breakthrough, not just for this, but like smartphones as well.
Phones where companies stopped making the phone as thin as possible because they got light enough like around the time like the iPhone 4 came out and like it was light enough then and now they're like a third the lightness, so please add more battery. There's like one phone that that aims to have better battery life and it's not that many of them.
Yeah, it frustrates me. Like my Galaxy S4 just like drains out really fast.
Yeah, it's even worse too. Like if I'm in like the middle of a city or something and I need to use my phone even once or twice throughout the day, like I look at it, it's at like 80%, and then I look at it again, it's at like 50. So if like I'm just chilling at home, it only chews through half the like even the fact that it chews through half the battery throughout the day when I'm not really even using it is frustrating.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, like please do better low power mode. I don't know. It's funny too. I'll turn on low power mode on my phone and it doesn't even seem like it changes anything. Like Wi-Fi still works, LTE still works, cell calls still come in, and apps still work, and nothing seems slower. And yet they call it low power mode. I'm like, okay, what's different about it?
I heard there, what was it? I heard there was some like phone that used like black and white mode, and it like, um, I don't know.
That's that's
Apparently it
I
like
can't.
helped with battery. Like I don't know. There's some like low power mode for some phone. I don't remember what it was though, but it was
I
like
can't
really
wait for
effective.
nice. I can't wait for the development of e-paper. I know that like Pebble was getting into it for a little bit when they were developing their watches, and now like I don't know. This is just something that fascinates me that I don't think it's talked about very much. But I look at the development in e-paper displays, and now they have like TV-sized things that actually have a half decent resolution now that pull decent colors. And e-paper takes no power as long as it's on a still image, no matter the image, and it only has to use power when it's changing colors.
Oh, I don't really know much about this. That sounds really interesting though.
Yeah, I mean, the main devices that are on the market. I mean, Pebble got bought out, and now by Fitbit, and I guess they're lowering the functionality in the watches, whatever that means. But the Pebble Time Steel, and all that, they used a 64 color, I think, e-paper display. And while obviously, like a 125 by 125 display is not very much, everything's got to start somewhere, and it seems like the technology is going to advance fast enough where eventually, just like with what happened with LCD monitors, it's going to be where the refresh rate's good enough, where the ghosting gets brought down, and it's going to be like a brand new thing. The only problem, though, is that they look really crap in dark environments, and they look really, really good in bright environments. So, I mean, then it's just a matter of having backlit e-paper display where the only power is from the backlighting. Though then again, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to wind up being worth it in the long run, but I'm excited for it.
So that should be like much more battery efficient to like keep the screen going.
Yeah, I mean, let's just say they're not using backlights and it relies on, surrounding light. Maybe the technology advances enough to where even not that much light around you is needed. Who knows what they're going to come up with? Um, as long as the image is still, it uses no power. It's the same thing as like an old school Kindle, except now it's going to be it's in color now, and now we're going to get more colors as time progresses.
I never
I'm
had
sure.
a Kindle, but they seemed kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, what's good about the original ones, like the Paperwhites and whatnot, is it has the same sort of reflection or refraction as a piece of paper out of a book. It's as straining as reading an actual book because there's no backlighting to it like an LCD screen. Of course, the only disadvantage is that if you're in a low light scenario, you're gonna have a hard time reading it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've considered buying one actually, just because, like, I don't know, I don't have a lot of room in my house to store like tons of books, but obviously, I guess that's the appeal of a Kindle.
Do you do
I,
much
I've known
reading?
I, I mean, no, but okay, I'm the kind of person who gets like, for me, getting addicted to like a Netflix series or something like that is a lot easier because I'll watch it. For me, reading, if I get into a book, and a series like something on Netflix is the same thing. Like, I got into Stranger Things recently because I use that music a lot in some videos that I use. So I kept getting reminded of it and reminded of it, and or at least a remix track. So I finally went and watched the series, and I watched episode 1, and then I watched episode 2, and I did the whole thing in one night. And for me, reading is the same way. If I get into a book, then I'm super into it. I think the last book that I read was The Martian, because after the trailer came out, I had a visual representation for the characters and the scenario. So, but the movie trailer, like the movie wasn't going to come out for like a couple months, and the book was already out. So I'm like, all right, I got to read this right now, and I think I did the book in a day and a half.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's my problem, is I get so distracted, like work, it becomes secondary to it. Everything becomes secondary to it. So if I know that I have like a day or two of time, then I'll have no problem just marathoning a book or a series. But other than that, I have to kind of be careful because I have a super addictive personality.
I kind of like audiobooks. I think they're pretty good.
I've never gotten into those. Like, do you wind up actually retaining the story by listening to someone else talk about it?
I
Like,
think
do you-
so. You just have to pay attention, but it's kind of nice to just like, it's so passive. You don't have to like turn pages and like use your
Okay.
eyes. You can just
I mean,
like
I guess
listen.
I can imagine it. Just like, I mean, movies. A lot of movies are just cut down versions of books. I could almost imagine it being like sort of like a movie, but you just close your eyes and just sort of zaunt out and listen to it and be like,
Yeah,
oh dang, that was good.
and it's not cut down too. It's like the full book.
Yeah, that was actually I mean, it was interesting for me because I mean, I'm kind of a sci-fi guy, and when I read the book for The Martian, and then I saw the movie, I was like, wow, they cut out like 3 major scenes between the book and the movie.
Yeah, I hate
I
that.
mean, what else could they do? The movie was like 2.5 hours long or something like that, but
Yeah, it just sucks. It
still.
feels like it'd be better if they could turn it into like,
Mhm.
I don't know, really do it justice and just go crazy and have it be 5 hours long.
I would love to see a movie try that, even if like the budget was really high, just to see, like, if they knew they were gonna make a ton of money anyways, just be like, "Yo, this is the 5 hour epic. Are you ready?" I
Yeah.
bet they could make something work with that.
Of course, yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
like a lot of ambition. You gotta like put all of that together, and I guess it's
and like
risky to do so.
the actors and the staff and all that, they have to actually be there for, instead of like 3 or 4 weeks of shooting, for like 2 or 3 months of shooting, and those schedules can be pretty brutal from what I've heard. So rip.
Yeah.
But I would love to see someone do it. All right, I've hit 20 minutes, so I'll let the next person have their turn.
All right. Thanks for talking.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you too. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Blunt Smoking Anus Destroyer. Hello.
Hello. Hey, what's up?
Just hanging out on the internet.
Me too. I'm playing some Overwatch right now.
Oh, do you play it competitively?
Yeah, I'm platinum right now. I'm trying to get to diamond, but I'm playing with my one friend Torb only. He only plays Torb. I don't know if you know too much about Overwatch.
I
Do
don't.
you?
All I know is that Tracer is gay.
Yeah, I think they announced it today on the comic or whatever.
I've seen it on Twitter all day.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be Saria, like she's the one Russian chick because she's kind of like, I don't know, she seems like she would be, but I guess not.
Maybe
But
she is too.
yeah, they
Maybe
said they're
they're
gonna
all
announce
gay.
another. Maybe. It's. I mean, that game is just full of waifus.
I never played it. I don't have
Oh,
it.
oh, okay. Yeah, it's really fun. It's like two. You like TF2, so. So, what is this audition thing all about?
Well, we have a conversation, and that's about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, how does it feel to be ahead of the curve? You know.
In what way?
Uh, I remember when you first started doing like your streams again, you're like, I think you wrote it on Twitter or something. You're like, I'm ahead of a curve of Twitch or something, and that's
Yeah.
when like you got like you deactivated your Twitch and everything, and then you came back, and then like I think 2 days ago, right? You've been back on Twitch, or
It's been a few days, yeah. But
yeah,
I was ahead of the curve. I was like, I see all these big streamers, and they're really eager to just be more free for what they can stream.
yeah.
And
Uh,
yeah.
I posted that in the comments the other day. I don't know if you remember me, but I mentioned that and you responded to me.
Oh,
I was like,
I don't know what comment you're talking about.
oh yeah, I was just like, yeah, you were ahead of the curve, and you're like, yeah, I was. So I mean, is there any plans? Like, is this what you're gonna be doing now, or like, are you gonna try to do like speed running again?
At the moment, I'm gonna do vlogging, venting, whining, and talking, and I might do some programming streams and
Not
occasional video
bad.
games.
Nice. Yeah, I remember watching your Wind Waker streams and your Castlevania for 64, and I loved them, man. I really did. I
I
enjoyed them
wanted
a
to
lot.
play more Castlevania 64, but I never really got around to it, and my hands kind of like are discouraging me from like really doing it much. I could do it, it's just uh, one of the things too though is that it was found that the European version of the game is faster, and I'd have to buy some stuff to get it. I might do it someday, but I kind of feel like my
Okay.
hands prevent me from really sinking a lot of time into it though.
Yeah, I mean, it was. How long did you practice that game for? Because it seems like you were just like destroying the records at first when you first started playing it.
Oh, there's some stuff that got discovered. I think I feel confident in like my gaming abilities to still do like amazing shit. It's just I feel like my hands prevent me from like, really doing it though.
Okay, because you never got the world record, right? You just like you were
In
by like
Castlevania?
yeah.
No, I had it.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Because I remember that one time. I remember Yahoo did a story on you or something, and you're like seconds behind of breaking the record or something.
I don't even remember that, but yeah.
Yeah, it was like a pretty big story. Like, yeah, but yeah, I was watching the stream. You like seconds behind or something, and it's like crushing to see that happen, man. So, I mean, Breath of the Wild is there a chance that you might just stream it like just casually or?
Likely casually, but also maybe in a more interesting way.
Oh, okay. So, are you gonna do more art too, or?
I'm not sure. If someone pays me $750, I'll do their portrait.
Nice, nice. So, are you still in Chicago by any chance, or?
I'm not gonna talk about that.
Oh, okay. I'm actually from Chicago too, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, Chicago is a cool place.
Yeah. I usually hang up by the north side. That's my type of scene.
Oh, where about?
I usually hang around by my friends by Aragon Theater. I don't know where that would be. I'm kind of bad with like the whole like streets and stuff, so I mostly just hang out with my friends. We just usually just go around to the bars and stuff.
Wait,
So.
what neighborhood is that though? Do you know?
Let me look it up real fast. Because I'm originally from the south side, from McKinley Park, but my friends usually scoop me up. We usually just head over there. Oh, sorry about that. Um, yeah, but I actually ordered a pizza before. I don't know if you remember that. It was like during a Wind Waker run
You bought
too.
me pizza?
Yeah, yeah, and
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. Like, you actually like saved me a couple times. Like I can't really go to sleep too easily, so I have to like watch or do something. So watching your speed runs were pretty awesome.
Yeah, like I think part of it was just creating this like place to be that was really nice, and I'm still interested in that.
Yeah.
I just
Your Mario Maker maps, I tried them out. They were pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, I made some kind of tricky ones. I
Yeah.
want to kind of make more maybe, but I don't know.
Oh, Lincoln Park. There you go.
Oh, cool.
And Old Town. Yeah.
Yeah, I also hung out there a little bit.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so this is like I have 20 minutes just to really kind of talk about anything, right? Or
It caps at 20, but if there's like nothing to talk about, then I like to cut it shorter. Or if
oh,
it's
okay.
like mad uncomfortable or something.
Okay. Did you ever do any GoldenEye like speedruns before? Like, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did a few.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Like, I mean, so what have you been up to? Like, has everything been going on pretty good for you? Or...
Well, 2016 has been the worst year of my life, but December's
Oh,
felt
okay.
pretty good though.
Yeah, December is always pretty. I guess like things are like calming down, and I mean, for me usually, like,
I just hope 2017's better.
you got anything like planned big for 2017? Like, you're gonna like make it big,
I'll try.
like even bigger.
I'll try to make it big.
I mean, you're already pretty big, but you know, you need to show
Never
Twitch.
enough. Always need more.
Yeah. Yeah, so are you like happy to be on Twitch again, or?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, because I tried watching you on YouTube, but YouTube is I don't know, it's just cancer. I can't, you know.
What
And
part of it?
it's just like their whole layout and like how it's like designed. And I remember like watching your stream on there, and it's just like the cancer like trolls that would be on there would just, I don't know, it would just kill it for me.
Yeah, I still get some of that, but now there's like followers only mode on Twitch, so I can like weed them out.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you have to be followed. Yeah, I have to be following you to like comment on Twitch, right?
You have to be following, and you had to have followed for at least 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good now, so you can like cut back on the trolls.
Yeah, like this Mr. Mattio person, I'm about to ban the fuck out of them.
Nice.
Boom. See, now they're gone, and if they wanted to come back and troll, not only would they have to make a new account, verify it with the email address, they would also have to follow my channel and then wait a half hour. So it's like, that kid ain't coming back.
Yeah.
And if he does,
Just-
then I'll just ban him again, and that's it. So
I mean, there's people out there that just waste their time all day and just trolling. I mean, it's actually just like making your stream bigger. I mean, you're getting the follow, you know, still, right?
I mean, I guess not that the follow number means much. And you know, it's
Yeah.
sad though. I lost 30,000 followers.
Yeah, that sucks.
And on Twitter, I lost over 10,000. I lost
Oh,
like
man.
15,000 on Twitter.
It kills me when I see like two people or like people unfollow me, like it's like, oh man, what did I do or what did I say? You know, like it
I'm
kinda,
pretty
like,
sure I'm
sucks.
still losing followers everywhere, actually. Let me check my Twitter. Yeah, it's still going down. My new goal is to lose so many Twitter followers that I drop below 30,000.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, at least you'll see like who's your true fans now.
Yeah, I
I
guess so.
mean,
It's just like people taking themselves out of my life.
yeah,
And those are the people I don't want in my life anyway.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I think like even though you're like maybe might be getting like lesser views, but I mean, at least these people, like your viewers now, are more like, they're here for you, I guess, right? Like at least we show that, we appreciate your performance that you give on
Yeah, I
Twitch
think
or
sometimes
whenever.
because I feel kind of needy, I think sometimes people get turned off by that because it's like, well, I want more followers, I want more viewers, and
Yeah.
and maybe people feel unappreciated when I'm like that. I just can't help it though. It's like I want to surpass everything I've ever done in the past. I want to just like fucking just have the most insane stream. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Man, so I mean, you're actually pretty good at art though when I was watching you.
Yeah, I
Like,
haven't
you
done it
should
in a
definitely
while.
try it. So have you like what's your like favorite pizza topping? Is it still a pepperoni?
Pizza topping?
Yeah.
Lately actually barbecue chicken's been really nice.
Okay, because I remember when I first like
I know
started watching
pepperoni is like
you.
the most pleb choice ever, but it's also like pretty good too.
Oh, what's your favorite Final Smash and Brawl? Somebody asked in chat.
Um, I don't even know. I never really played at the Final Smash as much.
Oh, okay. Can I ask you a personal question? I mean, it's Smash related. But do you think Smash PM is like a considered like to be a real game, or no?
Real game.
Yeah.
Oh, what does that mean?
I mean, like it's not really a real Nintendo game, you could say, because it's just a mod off of Brawl. Because I'm always fighting with people about PM, how like they say PM is like better than Melee and all these, other Smash games. I personally love 64. I think that's like the realest like Smash game to date, like because it has real
I
combos,
mean,
DI.
PM is not by Nintendo, but it also had a lot of work put into it, and
Yeah.
it is what it is, I guess. I don't know really how to answer it though.
Yeah, because I knew a couple people that actually made the game and everything, and it felt like they're okay at Smash, but then they kind of like updated the game for their characters to be better. And I understand like they're updating like not good characters, but like they're making everybody other like if they know that your character is really good and doing well, they'll in the next update they'll patch it and like completely nerf your character if
Yeah,
they don't like
this
you.
transcends PM though. This is just kind of patching in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually would appreciate more patches for Smash Wii U because it's been clear for a while now, like what characters are better. And so I
Yeah.
like when the game gets more balanced, but yeah, I know patching causes drama.
Yeah, I wish the game was more. I mean, Smash 4, like for the Wii U, more like Splatoon. Like all the DLCs were free and everything. But I felt like Nintendo was just like marketing on the DLCs, and pay to win characters like Bayonetta,
And
because like
Cloud. The
Bayonetta.
thing is,
Oh
Roy
yeah,
is so bad though, and Lucas isn't really anything too special.
yeah.
But
Who's
yeah,
your favorite character in Smash?
Zelda.
Zelda? Oh, okay. I remember watching your Zelda 64 games, and I thought they were like, man, like you're still like, like a lot of people considered Zelda to be like, I mean Link. What am I saying? You used to play Link on 64, right?
Smash 64.
Yeah.
Um, in Smash 64, I played Kirby, I guess.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I thought I seen you play Link a couple times.
Maybe. When did you see me play Smash 64 though? I like barely ever play that.
Oh, it was in a couple of videos that that's when I first started like watching up like your old videos and stuff. That's why I bring that up.
I mean,
seen
I-
you play like Link a couple times.
Oh. Huh. That's strange. I mean, are you thinking of Melee or not?
No, I'm pretty sure it was Link. Yeah, it had to been Link.
Huh, I don't know.
Yeah, because when a lot of people like bring up how like bad Link is, I'm like, well, I mean, Narcissa played, Link, so, and she still did a lot of work. So, I mean, stop your bitching.
I'm so confused. I don't know what video you're talking about.
Oh, okay, I would have to like probably have to find it. Oh, did you ever use like Sheik's down B like in real life or no?
Um,
In Melee.
what do you mean?
Like Sheik's down B, like do you ever like do it? Have you ever seen like here, let me try to like look up a video. Sorry, my my dad's like in the background. He wants me to do something for him, but yeah. Um so did you have like pizza today by any chance or no?
No.
Um So are you like still like eating like what's that one place, like that one Mexican place that's like fast food?
Yeah, I go there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that you on Twitter a lot that you post up. I really don't like it that much, to be quite honest. It's like fake Mexican food, in my opinion.
I just think it's really tasty, so I like to go there.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I had it like once, and I felt like it was like really bland, and like I'm like a chef, so
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I think it's not super consistent. Sometimes it's really good, but sometimes it does feel bland to me as well. I don't know.
Okay. Oh wow, I'm getting destroyed on on my friends. I tell my friends that I was gonna join your thing right now, and they're like calling me right now. Oh wow. Oh, my one friend asked me a question to ask you. uh, oh, uh, ask her about her career in Melee, maining Zelda. I guess I already asked you that, but
I'm a legend.
okay, nice. So is there any games that you're looking forward in 2017 by any
Breath of the
chance?
Wild.
Okay. Are you gonna like just? Can you please stream it for us? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
waiting
gonna
for
stream
another.
it.
Nice.
It's gonna happen.
All right, guys. Confirmed. 2017 Narcissa Breath of the Wild gameplay. You should contact Nintendo. Try to like have them promote you to like play that game. Would be really hype.
They're gonna get a ton of promotion for that game from a ton of people. I don't know if they would want to do anything. Bill Trinan doesn't follow me on Twitter. I feel sad about this because we share some similar interests, and I met him in 2015 at the Nintendo World Championships.
Nice, nice. And you're playing that one like Mario game, right? Yeah, like second place for it.
Oh, Mario Maker?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I made a bunch of levels too.
Yeah, I downloaded them. There's a couple hard ones. I'm not really good at like Mario. Like I think that's bad to say, but I'm kind of bad. I get really frustrated, especially in like the Mario Maker ones that are just like super impossible to do it. So I guess like the 20 minutes is about to like end up, right?
Oh yeah, it's over.
All right.
Thanks for the conversation.
Thanks to fucking right pussy.
All right, I'm gonna ban that person from the Discord.
Hello.
Hello.
How's stream?
Stream's all right.
Good. I just got here, so haven't seen it.
Yeah. The one thing that's bad is that my computer crashed again, and it crashed yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw that tweet.
So I don't know what caused it to crash. I'm trying a different timer program because maybe this one won't crash or something.
That'd be weird if it was the timer, but yeah, maybe. Fingers crossed. So, anything you want to know?
That I want to know. I want to know. Well, I want to know why my computer crashed, but maybe I've figured that out.
Yeah, I'm no expert.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, my hard drive's kind of filled up, so that could be a problem. And I've had this computer for a couple
Yeah.
years. Like, I would like to build a new computer, just like
That's always fun.
from the ground up. Just like get some fresh stuff in here, like get it working really nice.
If you can't afford that, you can always like just replace parts bit by bit. That's also an option.
Yeah. I don't know
But yeah,
what
I
parts
definitely
to
enjoy-
replace.
Yeah. Don't know which one to choose first. I'm the same. I definitely enjoy like going out and sourcing the good prices and good shit.
Yeah, I guess there's like PC part picker.
Yeah, that's a really useful website. And then it has all the compatibility checks as well.
I
That's
think
very
I could
useful.
benefit from just having like another hard drive, like another. I
Yeah.
don't know. Just give me like
Do you have
another
an
2
SSD?
terabytes or something. No.
Oh, SSDs are awesome. You
Yeah,
should get
I
one.
should consider that.
I have an SSD that just has Windows and then like the hard disk for everything else, 2 terabyte, just sitting. Well, very good.
Yeah.
I did my Christmas shopping today, so there you go.
I haven't done any Christmas shopping at all, but I do have my Christmas event planned, so that's.
I'm gonna miss it.
Oh,
will I
are
miss
you?
out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Will
if
it
you're gonna
still
miss out
be
or
available
not because
A week later?
it might still be around depending on how it turns out.
Okay.
If it doesn't turn out very well, then I need to like not have it working
Fair enough.
all the time.
It's not gonna be like Narcissus Spectacular or something, like in a show. It's
Oh, speaking of
it's
that,
part of
like,
the game.
could I?
Yeah.
Oh God, like, see, I don't know if I should stream the event or just like not at all.
I don't know. I have no idea what this event is.
Yeah,
so
I have
it
to
could be
figure
fun.
out if I want to stream it or not because I might not want to.
Could be fun.
It could be.
Yeah. Well, I'll miss out anyway. So, fuck.
Well, there will be more chances though in the future.
Good. Good.
And
I'm going to
yeah.
visit family over Christmas in, well, another state. So I'm not going to have my computer.
Oh, how far away?
It's like a 9-hour drive.
Oh wow, are you doing that drive?
Yeah, well, I'm going with mom, so I'll take turns. But
9
yeah.
hours, yeah.
Yep, it's going to be rough.
Stay
it, though.
safe though.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you seeing anyone for Christmas?
No.
Okay.
All I have is my Discord events and that's it. It's just
That'll
gonna
be
be
fun.
kind of another day other than that. But that should be fine though. I think it's good.
Yeah, bloody Christmas season is so ridiculous. We put all this pressure on ourselves to try and get good gifts, and it's like nobody likes the gifts that they get anyway, and then nobody wants to buy any gifts, and it's just all a mess. What a silly season.
Yeah, holidays are kind of silly. I kind of want to like perpetually have ordered something that I'm waiting for from like Amazon. So I'm always like anticipating gifts to arrive, like my own gifts,
Yeah,
like
that's cool.
clothing or like I don't know. Maybe I should buy an SSD.
Hmm. Hmm. How full is your hard drive at the moment? Like
I think there's like
over
60.
80%,
I think
it starts to slow down.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think it's like well, it shows up like red in the list. I think there's like 60
Yeah.
gigs left or something, but it's like a terabyte hard drive, and it's
Yeah, that's probably. Have you done a defrag?
no.
It'll take forever, but the more you do them, the quicker they go. But usually it'll free up some space and make it all good.
Maybe I should look into that.
Yes.
I've like never done that on this computer, or like I don't know. I'm not too. There's a lot of stuff with computers I'm not even very aware of, like.
Yeah.
But
Spend so much time on them, but we have no idea.
yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of it is just in the web browser, and then
Yeah.
I guess OBS and Photoshop.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, well, I watched your loyalty badge stream. That was really cool. I'm
The
like,
drawing.
hopeless. Yeah. The heart picture. I'm so hopeless at like creating anything. I can't begin. I can't start. It's like,
Everyone's been very encouraging to me lately regarding like doing more artistic streaming.
yeah. Well, you know, everyone wants to see something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know.
you should do it.
Self-portrait stream might be kind of fun.
Ooh. Challenging. Sounds good.
They say you fell for the defrag meme.
Huh? Is it a meme? Can't be a meme.
I don't know. I don't know
It
anything about
works.
it.
It works. Oh, SSD don't need defrag. Doesn't free up much, but it does free up much if it's like the first time you've done it.
I have never done it. I've had this computer for years and it's not an SSD. So from what you're telling me, it might be good to do.
Yeah, you're the optimal person for a defrag.
All right. I don't know anything about it. Like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what it is really.
Just like Google, just Google it and get a program and then run it.
All right.
It's like when you delete, never defrag an SSD. That's what chat's saying, and that's
It
true.
destroys them.
Yeah, it fucks them up.
Wait,
Basically, it's
really?
like, I don't know why, but basically it's like your hard disk is like a disk that has all the like rings of magnetic data and shit. And if you like have a program or a file and you delete it off your computer, it's still like a string of data on your disk, and it just like the first point in the string is like the ID of that string. So that they just, when you delete something, it just like puts across through that, like the first point of data, and leaves all this empty space that doesn't like sometimes doesn't get filled. So a defrag just like like reorganizes everything to make it optimal, so you can free up some space.
That makes sense. Yeah, I should do it.
Yeah, SSD doesn't have a disk, so it breaks them. Yep.
How do SSDs work? I don't even know.
Oh, it's like a USB. They're solid memory. I don't know actually how that sort
I'm
of memory
ignorant
works.
to the world.
Aren't we all?
You have to buy new socks.
Yes. Should do that right now from Amazon. So you have a gift coming for Christmas.
Oh, I could do that.
Thigh high?
I want to replace a bunch of things that I have because I got holes in them because my shoes were falling apart and I was too lazy to buy new shoes. I've since bought new shoes, but and then I left the shoes because I went for Thanksgiving. I went somewhere, and I had just bought my new shoes, and they looked really similar to this other person's shoes, and I wasn't too familiar with them yet, so I just like grabbed the wrong person's shoes and I walked out with them. And then I was like, these shoes feel kind of small. Like, were they always this small? And then I realized that they're not my shoes. And then I had to like arrange.
Did you take them back?
Yeah, I had to arrange like the shoe swap.
Free shoes, though. I mean, shoes for shoes, so not really free.
Yeah, well.
Did you give away your old ones?
I got my old shoes back, and
Oh.
yeah.
You wouldn't have need to buy new shoes if you just kept the other ones.
Oh, the other ones were too small though.
Where the hell do you buy socks?
Sockdreams.com.
Oh my god, sock dreams.
Yeah, go there right now.
Wow. These must be some good socks.
They're very good. Yeah.
I have hairy legs, so I think if I got thigh high ones, the hair would poke through the socks and it would look really weird.
Do you think it'd poke through?
Yeah. Well, did that not come through? I said that.
No, I heard it. I wasn't sure if the hair would actually poke through or not.
I think,
Extraordinary gradient
you're
stripes.
underestimating
I'm underestimating your leg hair.
how hairy my legs are. Yeah.
Extraordinary gradient stripes thigh high.
So many options.
These look
How do you
so
choose?
good, actually.
Thigh highs, eh?
Yeah, they're really good. I also have
Ooh,
sock glue.
I like those.
Because sock glue, you put it on your leg and then you like attach the sock to the glue and then
Ah.
it holds the socks up when you walk around. And you don't need a garter
There's
belt.
a whole world.
Yeah, there is.
Teal and spice. Ooh, there's different colors for these socks. Very good.
Oh my god, these look so cool. Wait, hold on. Customer reviews, not rated yet. Oh my god, do I just take the plunge? Do I have to be the one to buy this and then see if they fit me? Sizing tips.
What size shoes?
My
It's right
shoes?
Yeah. Well,
They're like, I think they're like 11.
yeah, that suits then. These socks will fit. Although, how long is the leg bit?
Well, the stretcher on the
24.
leg, I think it might be good to like measure some stuff.
Yeah.
I might buy these though. They look really good.
I like them. Which colors?
The black and white.
Yeah. It goes with everything.
I haven't been on this site in a while, so there's like all this new stuff.
I could never have imagined a website dedicated to socks.
It's a really, really good website. Dreamer Lotus Thigh High. This looks really good.
Those would go well with your, like, what are you wearing today? No, not that one. The purple tunic thing that you have.
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, I want to buy more of those too on Amazon. I want to buy like a bunch of those.
They look good on you.
I like them a lot. I went to Nordstrom and I found this like hoodie dress that had long sleeves, and I was like, oh my god. And it was too small.
Oh.
And I asked if they had it in a bigger size, and they said no, but we could call other stores and we could special order a bigger one. And I was like, yeah. And then so
Yeah.
they give me a number to call, and I call them, and like they have one in stock apparently, and I'm like, oh shit. And so I call them up, and I get on the phone with this other store across the country, and I'm like listening to them on the phone, and like they're like, oh no, we don't have it. And I was like, oh.
Ah.
And I looked online for it too, and I couldn't find it, so it's just slipped away from me.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm sad about it.
Very good. Well, you know, kind of good. I really like that. The like kind of hoodie sweater. I don't know. It was like rainbow.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
all different colors. I really like that. I want one of those.
Yeah, I think those can be found online, but I'm not sure. Wait, let me click this. Someone linked something.
Sock dreams. Ooh, with the stitching up the back of them.
Yeah.
That's a look.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, it's not real stitching, it's just printed on, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like, I think it is. Yeah, it
I
looks
think
like
so
it.
too. I
Yeah,
don't
sometimes
know.
they do like
do
these.
You need,
Uh,
do you need a tutu for that one?
I don't think so. It just kind of goes with the picture.
Yeah. Like, why would you model it with a tutu?
Because
No one
it
is
fits
going to wear
though.
that.
It's,
It kind of, yeah, I guess, but
it fits. I think it's
I
good
guess.
modeling.
I guess.
But I don't know if this is exactly my style though. I don't know if I'd go for this. The Extraordinary Gradient and the Dreamer Lotus, those two, I think, are my style.
Yeah.
I would go for those. Maybe I should
Yeah.
buy myself both of those and see if they fit.
Yeah. Well, how are you going to measure the stretch?
Oh yeah.
Have to
Well,
do
I have
that,
a
right?
measuring device. I could do it maybe after
Oh,
this
that's good.
stream's over.
Yes. Easy peas. This nasty sock modeling stream.
Yeah. I want to like replace these other ones that I have that are like really good. They're just like a dark kind of gray, but if you look close, they're like a whole bunch of colors put together.
Cool.
And they just like fit really well, and I like them. But I got holes.
Yeah. I wish it was cold enough over here to have things like that.
Is it always hot, or does it depend on the year?
Well, hold on. Let me just do some Fahrenheit to Celsius in Google. Let's go with like that. Like 50, like 60 Fahrenheit is about the lowest it gets in winter.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And then it goes like to
Yeah, how high does it go?
like 104.
Fuck. So do you get do you like live in perpetual air conditioning?
No.
No?
The room I'm in at the moment has air conditioning, but no other rooms in my house have air conditioning or fans.
Are you
just kinda
is
sit
that
there.
your bedroom?
No, it's where my computer is. We got like a games room type deal. I don't want to say the basement, but it's pretty much the basement.
Okay. It sounds like the place to be because you got the air conditioning and you got
Yeah.
the games.
Yeah. But I'm moving out of here pretty soon.
Okay.
Somebody asked me where I live. I live in Newcastle. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, right. I'm moving out soon. I signed the lease like a week ago, and I'm just putting furniture in the place progressively, and I get internet on the 3rd of January, and until then, I'm not fucking moving in. No way.
I could use some more furniture, but I actually think I can live in an even smaller place than this. Like, I just need like one room and a bathroom and like a closet.
They're called studio apartments.
Yeah, I mean I have one, but I think
Cool.
I think mine could be like half the size and I could still live comfortably.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Ah,
3/4 the size. I don't know.
it's nice to have space though. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about how I want my place to be set up, and I'm like, gonna have my desk with my computer, and I'll spend lots of time there. But then I want this other spot in the house that I can just go to and just chill out and do nothing. And yeah, so I'm thinking about how to set that up. Some bean bags and maybe a TV.
I have a big freaking mirror right in the middle of my apartment.
Yeah, nice. Makes it seem much larger.
It I like to stand in front of it.
Yeah. Does it ever creep you out?
No.
Yeah, good. Some people get paranoid about shit.
Anyway, it's been 20 minutes, so I'm gonna hop to the
Oh
next
no.
person.
Okay.
It
Good
was
chat.
a good, yeah, good conversation.
I'll talk to you again.
Mhm.
Bye bye.
All right. Who next? Who? Oh, hello. You're muted right now. Hello? Oh, okay. I'm gonna get water. I always have to like belch or something. I have like constant gas buildup. It's really bad. Oh no. Hello? Yeah, I don't know if you just need to click the mute button to unmute yourself. Thanks, Astro. Yeah, I was happy with it. This should count towards the time. Yeah, I guess so. No good? Should I just bring someone else in? Listen, I don't know. Maybe you could figure out what the problem is, and then come back. Hello.
Second again. Hope that's okay.
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing okay. A lot better since the fall, actually. And I'm actually going to be here for a lot shorter than I would otherwise, only because I've been here so often, and I do want to give other people a chance, but I did want to say the dogs have finally. Really?
Oh yeah, the dogs.
Yeah, they're back. I thought they were gone. They just stopped. Now they're back. But yeah, also wanted to hop in and say, Gambi, I'm gonna give you the room back. I just want to let you know, right now you need to unmute your mic in Discord, not on your computer. Right at the very bottom of the Discord window, there's the user settings. Then there's deafen to the left of it, and then there's mute. You need to hit the mute button there. It should unmute your mic. Yeah, don't know how well that's actually gonna help, but I hope it helps.
Oh, and if you're in the holding room, it automatically mutes you.
Yes, although he wasn't in the holding room, he's a proletariat. So, she. Sorry, I'm so bad with genders. She is a proletariat, so don't know if that would have carried over. Because like I could hop into the holding room right now and come back, and it will mute me while I'm in the holding room, but unmute me when I come back because it's a different kind of mute.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes. Other than that, I have to say, I really want to buy Mario Run because it's actually pretty fun, and I want to unlock Yoshi.
Oh yeah, I don't have iDevice, but I also don't think I really wanna. I don't know if I really want to play it. I sort of don't have much of an interest personally.
It's sort of fun. I like the control you get from just a single touch button. But the thing that I don't like about the way that they advertised it, and they didn't really terribly say much about it, but honestly, in my opinion, the game mode that you would play it for isn't the single player one; it's the multiplayer one.
Oh,
so you
really?
could just try to, yeah. So what you're doing is you're basically just trying to run faster and get more coins and be more show-offy than the person you're running against. And if you do so, you gain more toads for your town. Honestly, that's the main point of the game. Oh, okay. They unmuted themselves. I'm gonna dip out. Love you guys. Sorry, Danny. Love you guys. Probably sneak back in later, but like I said, I'm going to give this to Gambi. I just wanted to talk for a bit. Yeah. Love you, Narcy.
Alright, later.
Bye.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hey, it's working.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I know. Everybody was like so crazy because they were like, someone like PM'd me. I don't even know who it was because I quit the tab because I don't want to have like Twitch open at the same time. But they were like, you muted your mic, and I'm like, yeah, I know. But yeah, no, it just wasn't like I know my mic was muted, but like it wasn't unmuting. That was the issue.
Oh yeah,
But-
if you're in the holding room, it's like it forces it to be muted.
No, it wasn't that. It was like you want to share it with the you want to share your mic, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, okay. That's cute.
Oh. Are you in a web
I just, like-
browser?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to download this this gamer app that's
This is gamer app. I guess it kind of is. Like a lot of gamers use it.
No, I mean like you load it up. It's like we're just like Skype. This is the new normal. We're just like Skype except better. And then you open it and it's like dankifying the memes, and it's like, oh god.
Yeah,
Jeez.
they have like these really terrible like loading screens or
Yeah,
something.
I don't know. I don't think you can really market it to like the same exact crowd that uses Skype. It's definitely a more gamer audience. But whatever.
It works pretty well for what it is.
Yeah.
Like once
yeah.
I started using it, I got rid of Skype. I don't really use it
Does it
anymore.
have video chat?
They're gonna add that.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's what a lot of people use Skype for, so.
Yeah, once they add it,
but-
it might just like kind of obsolete Skype in a way.
Wait, yeah, I guess so. I mean, like, I kind of feel like the culture is different because on Skype you just have your group chats with like 4 friends, and if there's like 5 people, it's like, whoa, okay, that's too much, or however many you want. But for this, it's like servers, which is like a huge like amount of people.
Yeah, you can create groups in this too.
Yeah, I know, but um, the only I don't have any. You're like one of my 2 friends on this, so
Everyone else is on Skype.
yeah, pretty actually more like I don't even think that I don't even talk to people on Skype anymore. I just use Snapchat,
Yeah.
which Snapchat just put in group chats, which is like insane.
I had a Snapchat for a little while and I stopped using it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably the app I use the most, but then again, I'm a teen, so.
The new app's taken over.
Wait, what app?
Well, Snapchat, I mean, or like I don't know,
Yeah.
Snapchat and Kick or whatever, and like whatever.
Or Instagram is
Yeah,
now.
Instagram.
You can Snapchat Instagrams. You can Instagram put in a thing where you can PM people pictures that go away after 10 seconds.
Wait, you can
And
do
they're
that on
like-
Instagram?
Yeah, you can PM people. Well, first they did Instagram stories, which is the same as Snapchat stories. Like you take a picture and then you can draw on it, and anyone can see it for 24 hours. And then they took it a step further, and then you can send people pictures that go away after 10 seconds. So like Snapchats, basically, through Instagram.
Do you know anyone with those spectacles? The Snapchat spectacles?
Wait, me?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Oh. It's Snapchat. They have like these glasses you can wear that can record video. And you can like
What?
yeah. You wear them and you like
Wait.
tap them and it like records Snapchat video.
Snapchat spectacles?
It's called
What the fuck?
spectacles, I think.
Oh my, I've never. Oh, it's 14 hours ago.
Well, I think
That's why I haven't.
I thought it was
Oh wait,
a
no,
while
never
ago.
mind, I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's apparently a craze 6 days ago that I didn't pick up on. No, I don't know any tech insiders, which I think is the only people who have those right now.
Okay, yeah. They're pretty new, so
Yeah, I don't. That. Wait, you just. So it's like for my life in first person.
yeah.
That's kind of stupid.
Is it?
I don't know, like. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just waiting, I guess, now for Instagram spectacles, which probably can't be too far off.
Yeah, I wonder if there's gonna be more and more stuff like that. Just like you wear it on your face.
Whatever. I mean, like, the one thing I really don't like about Snapchat is they try to make you look at Daily Mail,
Okay.
which is talking about, it's just an update on what Kylie Jenner posted on Instagram.
Oh, okay. It tries to keep you informed with like celebrities.
Well, the problem is it's always just the Kardashians and how much like booty they're showing. And
Okay,
it's like, it's like if I already follow them on Instagram, like I already know, like I don't need someone to write an article.
That feels like Twitter moments to me, kind of.
Yeah, I don't even have a Twitter.
Oh,
I
really?
don't. Yeah, no,
Okay, do your friends have Twitter or no?
I don't think so. I mean, like, I feel like if you're somebody with a Wikipedia page, you can have a lot more engagement with Twitter than like high school kids.
Right, so you think for most high school kids these days that Twitter is not something that is very enticing to them?
I don't actually.
So Snapchat is all the way, Snapchat and Instagram all the way.
Pretty much.
Do you all use
there's also,
Facebook?
like, I actually, a lot of people do, but I don't. I deleted mine.
Yeah, I deleted mine too.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It was kind of funny because this year the Secret Santa was organized over Facebook, and if you don't have a Facebook, they just like leave you in the dust. Like you don't.
Wait,
you
what's
don't get
Secret
to-
Santa?
Just at my school, they like organized it through
Oh, okay,
Facebook.
okay.
There was like a Facebook group chat, and that's how they assigned it. And then if you don't have it, it's just you don't get one. But yeah, and then there's like other stuff called like House Party.
I don't know what that is.
So it's like video chat. You log in, and then you can see the other people who are also like looking at the app, and then you can start a video chat with them. And
Is it like
then-
strangers or people you know?
No, it's people you know. Yeah, and then so yeah, that's like it's like a video chat app, Visco. Do you know about Visco?
No.
Oh, it's like Instagram but more artsy and less like popularity.
And these are
Driven,
all
like, there's-
smartphone apps?
Yeah. There's no likes, there's no follower. Well, no, you can follow people, but it doesn't show how many followers you
That's kind of
have.
cool.
It's just yeah, it's just about the art, really. Which is cool. I mean, like I probably post to Visco more than I post to Instagram. But yeah, and then they also Instagram you can go live now.
Oh, it's like
so-
live streaming.
Yeah, I did it the other day. I was just like making music, and then I like did a live stream. And not that many people showed up because it was the middle of the day, but might do it again like tomorrow. But yeah, so that's why I was joking when like your internet went down. I was like, oh well, you can't go back to YouTube, so now you have to switch to Instagram Live,
Yeah.
which is funny because you would like never do that.
I had thought about having an Instagram, but it felt like well, it'd be kind of nice to have all my photos, but like I don't know, it's like it's always the 1:1 ratio, right? The squares, like square ratio pictures.
No, you can. Well, when you're looking at someone's profile, then it's like the crop of square, but
Oh, they can be
you-
other ratio. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
even
you
know
can-
much about Instagram. I just like
you can have other ratios, and then there's also like apps that you can use to crop.
I think the
the-
reason I never used Instagram, well, okay, a long time ago, I think Instagram photos were like embeddable on Twitter just by linking to the
Oh right,
Instagram
yeah.
link, and then they got rid of that. And then I was
Oh,
like, well,
seriously?
I'm just gonna post the photo as Twitter media then. And I was like, I don't
Yeah.
need this other thing.
Yeah, I know because it was originally for like editing pictures, right?
Yeah, I don't even
Like
know
for,
too much.
Like editing them. I think so, and then now it's just like Snapchat. Except no one uses Snapchat. No one uses Instagram Snapchat. So. Yeah.
So Snapchat is the most popular then.
I'd say Instagram is probably because like there's not a real easy way to like waste time on Snapchat. Like there's nothing to scroll through, but Instagram has the little like magnifying glass part.
Is Tumblr irrelevant?
I mean, I use it, but I mean, like people that it's not really an app that people like talk to each other on like at school, but I use it all the time actually, just to like look at pictures, because I think the pictures on there, like, there's probably a better selection of like pictures that you can find on that app than there is on like, Insta or anything, but most people aren't like follow me on Tumblr because like that's just kind of like an embarrassing sentence to like say out loud, you know. You don't want to like
yeah.
lay all your shit out there on the table for everyone to see. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I don't know. This stuff's kind of interesting to me because it's like, what are people using these days? Like,
Yeah, what are the kids these days?
yeah, what are the
What's
kids
how
up
do you
to?
do- How do you do
Back
for
in
the-
my day, we used MSN Messenger, and
Oh God, I've heard horror stories. I've heard about the like you would ask someone out and then you would say that it was somebody else who asked it. They'd be like no, and you were like, oh, my brother typed that. He's stupid.
That's funny. I haven't heard that, but that's funny.
That was like the drama.
Yeah, it's like
And then
ICQ, AIM, and MSN Messenger were like
AIM.
the hot
I've
things to use.
heard the horror stories about AIM. Yeah, I think my first website was Scratch.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's like a little programming website, but it's so one thing about it is that you can't say swears. They're banned. You can get flagged and banned for swearing, and then it's also all furries. So it's also made by MIT.
It sounds like an interesting place.
Yeah, no, it was the most. It was the most like drama driven. Like I don't think there is anymore because like it's probably not in its heyday anymore. But like, it was like the most drama like I've ever seen on this website where people just make their little video like little animations of like dress up or whatever. But then there was so much fucking drama on the little. Oh my god! I remember I was like in the thick of it. I was like, "Yeah, well, fuck you," and then like, but the funny thing was, it was like, you weren't even. It was just in like the background of like, I love taco. like the little scene people.
I have
It was
never
like-
heard of
it was
this
like-
place. It sounds like an experience.
Scratch. Yeah, no. Yeah, it was definitely an experience. I remember the first time I went onto YouTube, there was a video where someone said fuck, and I was like, holy shit, how do I report it? And I like looked through the flag thing. It was like, what do you want to flag it for? Nudity or like videos of like them killing someone? And I was like, what is it? We're saying fuck. It's not here. And then I was like, oh my god, it's allowed? How do they let people get away with this?
God, I feel old. I feel old. It's not a good
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, this website is definitely like the shittiest thing ever. I'm gonna find my old friend, Dark Rye World. Oh my god, this is like just giving me the biggest fucking flashback to 2007. Oh man. He turned 13 and I was like, whoa, that's so much older than I am. God. Alright, well, that's that. And then, oh, I was on the Zelda forums for so fucking long.
Which forums?
Zelda Dungeon.
Okay, yeah.
I made, okay, this is the funniest part. I made signatures.
Oh, that's fun to do, actually.
Yeah, it was fun. I installed GIMP and I like looked at all these tutorials and I was like, I'm so good at this. And then I remember I was also in 5th grade, so I was like a bitch. So people would be like, try this next time, and I was like, yeah, well, I don't give a shit what you think.
Do you
Yeah,
still
and
do like graphic stuff at all?
No. Actually, what's the last thing I did on GIMP? I know I made an alignment chart for like the clubs at my school to like make fun of them, like the lawful good and everything.
Okay, yeah.
That was pretty fun. And then I know I just used GIMP for something else. What was it? It's probably that was for my Arabic video project where we did Keeping Up with the Kardashians in Arabic, and then I edited the Kardashian logo to say keeping up with Al Kardashian, which is like the Arabic like plural for that. So no, I don't do any like actual art. I just like, but
Just
like
made some forum
I
signatures.
yeah, that's the old me. I don't make forum signatures. Okay, wait, no. Okay, I'm not in 5th grade now. No, I'm in 11th grade, but I was in 5th grade when I made forum signatures. Okay. Yeah, no, I wasn't like Athlan 5th grade. Yeah, no, everyone says I sound sultry. Which I guess is good, but
You have a unique voice. It's a
I
good
guess
voice.
I do. Yeah, no, I was in 5th grade the whole time. I'm also the funniest 5th grader. Oh, beef jerky. I'm in preschool too. What? Yeah, yeah, I guess I don't really do any graphic design. I remember I was like, this is my life. Forum signatures is gonna be like my life forever.
When I was in 5th grade, I like made these little Mega Zeus games.
Oh yeah, yeah, like Narcissus Castle.
Yeah, it was
I wonder
like
what's
that.
like the biggest one of those was ever made.
There were some good ones. One was called Bernard the Bard, and I played through it, and it's really good. But yeah, I spent like a long time doing that
Whoa,
stuff.
you can make a 3D one.
You can try to make 3D, but it looks really terrible.
I guess it would.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool. That seems like a fun thing to do.
I
never really made
yeah, they should make
games.
good, easy to use tools to make
I
stuff.
went to some like camp where like we had to make games, and then I made, it was called Dragon Slayer, and I remember I like fucked up naming the character. Like I had like the character's name and then the description. Then like I fucked it up, so one of the characters was named Fast. So, oh yeah, and then I also misspelled a whole bunch of shit on like the box art that we were supposed to make for it. So that was embarrassing, but and then I guess I made games on Scratch, but
Oh, you can
I
make
don't
games
know.
on that?
yeah, that was like mostly what it was. Like
Okay.
it was like for making games, but everybody would like make furry art in Photoshop and then just like screenshot it and then like post it in as like they would be like, oh, a new like sprite. It's just gonna be this furry that I drew in Photoshop.
I see. Anyway,
But
it's been
then,
20
like,
minutes. So.
Oh, it's been 20 minutes. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
you're right.
I'm pretty good.
Cool. You were talking. I'm just gonna make this short. You were talking about the Switch earlier.
Yeah.
I was wondering. There's like 2 seconds of like a new Mario game shown, like a very small amount. I was curious what your thoughts are on it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm assuming they're gonna show more of it on the January 12th, so it was really short. I know they had like the long jump, like the Mario 64 long jump.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. It's like the perspective of it.
At least
It's
I
not
think they did.
sideways.
Yeah,
It's from behind, which makes me think it's gonna be like a 3D title.
yeah, I think it will be.
I think that's going to be wicked.
And
'cause
I think it's gonna
remember
be a launch game too.
That'd be really, really awesome.
Yeah, I expect it. So sometime in March. I bet they're gonna show it off a lot on January 12th. That Mario game. I think they're
I
gonna.
hope so.
I think they're gonna show it.
Because I think like how groundbreaking and how like influential 64 was.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this is like the generation for that. You know, the big punchback from Nintendo.
The big punchback. It might. The Switch might sell really well. It seems like people are interested in it, but yeah, I don't know.
It's a very
Mario
unique thing,
64
isn't
was
it?
so groundbreaking, partially because it was like this 3D adventure, which was kind of new.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's hard to like top that in a way because it was like very innovative. I mean,
Yeah,
there
that's
were
not
other
really
3D
innovative.
games too, but it was a good game to come out. I don't know. You could jump
Yeah,
around,
it's not
jump
really-
off walls and stuff.
Going from like 2D to 3D is a much bigger jump than where you can go from like 3D to wherever.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna have any like specific like features that they're gonna try to sell the game with. Because I mean, is there just gonna be like generic 3D Mario adventure, or are they gonna like try to market it in some way, or like I don't know.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool if there was like amiibo support for like different stuff.
It probably will have that.
But yeah, that was pretty much all I wanted to discuss. So I'm gonna head off now.
All right.
It's 4 a.m. Later.
Have a good night. Okay, who? Wait, wrong chat. Hello. Hello.
How have you been today?
I've had a pretty good day.
That's good to hear. I've heard like a lot of talking with the Switch and stuff, so you know, I'm hoping that it's going to be a good console because I've been like going with Nintendo as well for kind of a while, I guess.
Yeah, I've been pretty dedicated Nintendo fan, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, we're out of like the 8th generation, like the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Wii U. I actually have a Wii U because I don't know. It's just like I don't really want to have like you know a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One because you know most of those games do come out on a PC. It's mostly like Nintendo exclusives is what I really do enjoy playing.
Yeah, Nintendo exclusives can kind of sell consoles sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, as you also said, like Mario 64 is just like, wow, what is there in this game? And
I remember seeing that game as a child. I was at my cousin's place and they had it. And it felt like pure magic when I was a child.
well, that's what happens when that's kind of what happens when something new comes out. It's like, what is there to discover in this game? And you're kind of not expecting anything, but at the same time you're expecting something in the future to be like, wow, that's just going to completely change everything. But you know, Mario 64 still holds up today, I think, like with gameplay wise.
Yeah. Ocarina of Time was a big one for me too when I first saw that.
Yeah, when I saw Ocarina of Time, I was just like, it was just really big, and in my mind I was like, wow, this is just a huge adventure.
Maybe I'm more jaded now, but maybe I'm not like as impressed with like a lot of things. Like when I was a child it felt really magical, but now it just seems sort of, I don't know, everything feels mundane kind of.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you do play a game for thousands and thousands of hours.
I just mean like gaming in general, kind of. Like, I don't know, I haven't seen too much that really excites me. I mean, I'm really excited for Breath of the Wild, but
Yeah, Breath of the Wild's looking really, really, really good.
Yeah.
And if I was to get it, I would probably end up getting a Switch. Because playing the Wii U version, I'm one that really likes a steady frame rate. And
we'll see how it is in the final build of the game, but I do expect the Switch to hold up better.
It's just that I watched your video about like the frame rate of Breath of the Wild on the Wii U compared to when it was shown on that TV show. I don't remember the name because
Yeah,
I'm
Jimmy
not from
Kimmel,
America. Yeah. Like the frame rate comparatively was just like, wow, you can see all the frame drops and everything. It was quite uncomfortable to watch that frame rate.
I expect it to be kind of bad in the final Wii U release,
Yeah.
but I don't know, we'll see.
Someone said about the Switch battery life, I'm expecting around 4 hours when it's not docked.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, since I'm just kind of comparing that to my tablet's battery life, and my battery lasts around 4 to 5 hours. So, you know, expecting something to be around that time is... I wouldn't say it's decent, but it's to be expected. The 3DS battery was pretty bad initially.
Yeah, I had the launch 3DS and it was disappointing with the battery.
Mine barely lasted 2 hours when I was playing Mario Kart 7, so... And then Ocarina of Time 3D, that just drained battery so hard, it was not...
I remember the power was out at my place and I had my 3DS and I got to play, I had a full battery and I just like played the Bongo Bongo boss rush mode or whatever, where you fight Bongo Bongo for a time.
Oh, the in Ocarina of Time 3D where it
Yeah.
had the boss rush, the boss rush mode where you could actually just choose a boss and try to take them down as quick as you could.
Yeah, I like grinded Bongo and I had the record for like a long time, for like a couple of years on the on how fast you could beat him. But it was also
That's
thanks to
great.
other people too, because people found some good strats.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean,
You had to use the
Like,
gyro aiming to like aim really fast.
oh, gyro aiming was so broken.
That's like one of the few motion controls that I actually like. I think it works
I
well.
agree with that because the gyro controller was almost a one-to-one input. So if you did a 360-degree spin, in game you would actually do a 360-degree spin as well.
Those
And
Skyward Sword
having-
motion controls are like less comfortable for me.
Yeah, it's more. I think that's like just the game's issue of being able to track everything correctly. Especially when you can get Wi-Fi interference from a phone or something like that, because I think that happened when they were showing off Skyward Sword initially. Everyone's phones were interfering with the signal.
Oh yeah. I think I remember
That
watching that and being like, oh shit.
Yeah, I guess you were like a little bit concerned about, oh, that's already happening. That doesn't look good. This is gonna end up being a disaster, but it did work.
It worked well enough. I didn't have as many problems as some other people.
I had quite a lot of issues, but that was due to my Wii being right next to my router, and that was just completely making it unable to read. But after I moved it, after I moved the Wii away from my router, it actually picked it up perfectly, and it felt really nice to play Skyward Sword. I know you played like Twilight Princess HD as well, and that's one remake that I haven't actually been able to.
I mean, it's pretty much just Twilight Princess again. It's not too
Yeah.
different.
I played the Wii version of that, and the motion controls were very disappointing.
Yeah,
In
I had the
the Wii
Wii version as well, and yeah.
Well, one thing I did like though was the bow aiming. That actually was quite nice, but you know, you're playing with the actual motion controls, which really didn't respond sometimes. I've had a couple questions in my mind. So, if you could pick any game that you haven't run to speedrun, what game would it be? Like from a kind of viewer's perspective, or you know, one that's interested you from a viewer's perspective, or one that you've wanted to try but haven't, or you know.
One thing I thought that might be, well, two things that I thought that might be kind of cute would be to speedrun Sonic Spinball for Genesis and Skies of Arcadia Legends for GameCube.
Skies of Arcadia is a really good game. And
it's like 18 hours long or something, though. It'd be like the longest one I ever did. But yeah, I don't know. My hands can't really handle it, so.
Yeah, really long games are very tiring. Especially when you're hitting the 24-hour mark and, yeah. It's not feeling any progress.
Fucking hand problems are really depressing.
Yeah. I had hand problems like 6 years ago. I still get them, but I've kind of just dealt with it, and kind of battled through the pain that I've had. And
I feel like if I do that, it's just gonna make it hurt more.
I wouldn't do that. Like, I did a terrible mistake by doing that. But yeah, don't do that, because you end up just hurting your hands more, and then it actually gets to serious issues. And you really don't want to have serious issues with your hands, because then it stops you from doing a lot more things than just, you know, it just stops you. I forget the word. One of my friends has it in real life, so I feel kind of bad not remembering the word. But yeah, it just prevents you from being able to do anything with your hand, and sometimes they've had issues trying to open a door, which is just really difficult to think about.
The hands are so like relevant to so many things in life.
Yeah,
that it
and
just sucks.
It is really interesting where you think, oh, hands, I don't need these, but when you think about how much you do with your hands, it's kind of scary if you just take them away sometimes. I'm probably going to head off now, so I hope you have a nice evening.
Alright.
Take care.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
what's going on?
Hanging out on the internet.
Yeah, I guess me too.
Yeah, it's what I like to do.
Nice. So how does this work? Do we pick a topic or
It's kind of open-ended.
do we have chat pick a topic?
I mean, you could do it like that if you wanted to.
Hmm. No, that's cool. My hands hurt too. I was just
Why?
playing Smash 4
Oh,
for Glory.
yeah.
It's rough out there, man.
What do you mean?
I just hate the way you have to play in Smash 4
What do you mean?
to do well. It's just you gotta play so safe and defensive.
Partially it depends on the character, probably, but
In general, I don't
yeah, in
know.
general, you don't want to be throwing out a bunch of laggy moves.
Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating for sure. But I would rather play Melee, but I'm old and my hands can't take it anymore.
I like Smash Wii U. I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you like it better than Melee?
I don't know if I want to really draw comparisons, but I like it a lot.
Yeah. No, I like it too. It just, I don't know. I played Melee for so long, it's kind of where my heart is, I guess. But Smash 4 is still fun in its own right.
I would like to see another patch or something, but maybe in the
Yeah.
Switch or something if they port it.
Yeah. I'm kind of happy with the current state because Marth got a buff, and I main Marth, so we
Yeah,
take those.
Marth just won a big tournament.
Yeah, MK Leo
Yeah.
at Zero Saga. Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, he has other characters he plays, but I think he was using Marth most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know he has a cloud, like everyone, and their
Yeah.
pocket clouds.
Everyone has a pocket cloud.
Yeah, I refuse to play cloud. I'm not about that playstyle.
Clouds, just being able to charge limit and draw them in, that's like powerful.
Yeah. There's so many clouds on For Glory too. I'm sick of it.
I usually win everything on For Glory except, well, I'll lose like,
You do?
I don't know. Well, my win rate's like 82%.
82? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Ugh.
But
Not like 60.
I only play Zelda pretty much.
Zelda?
Yeah. And I feel like I lose only bad matchups. Typically.
Isn't every matchup bad for
A lot
Zelda?
of them are, yeah. Some are worse though.
Why do you like Zelda?
Because, well, I don't know. That's a deep question.
I know, it's a very personal question.
Yeah. It's like, I was able to do cool stuff in Melee with Zelda, so there's like a bit of identity with it. And then
You
also,
just like playing low tiers.
I knew
in
that
Smash
she was
games?
I knew that she was bad in Smash Wii U. Like the moment the game came out, I knew she was really
Yeah.
bad. And I was
Yeah.
like, part of me wants to just pick bottom tier and do what I can, explore the metagame and feel the fucking oppression because I'm a masochist.
Yeah, well, Marth wasn't that good when Smash 4 came out, and I felt like I kind of feel the same way where I like to try to explore a character that's maybe not looked at very much.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So you made Zelda and Melee.
Eventually I did, yeah. I played Marth and Falco prior to that.
Nice. What years were you active? Did you ever go to tournaments?
I went to a lot of tournaments and I got some actual real sick results with Zelda.
Really?
It's the best anyone's ever done.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a couple other Zelda mains. I remember.
There's
like,
some
the
other
lake
there's some other good ones. The lake.
and up. Is it
The
up key
the
or
lake
something?
actually beat me in a ditto a while back,
Really?
but yeah, I got some really sick results.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I always love seeing low tiers succeed.
Second place, show me your moves, was probably the best I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's nuts. That's truly nuts.
Yeah,
What
I
year
have
was that?
fun. It was 2012.
Hmm.
After around 2014, I really dropped off.
When did you start playing? Smash?
2005. Well, 2000. Well, N64
64?
Smash.
Yeah.
But I mean, I started going to tournaments for Melee in 2005.
Wow. Old. Yeah, I used to go to some tournaments, 2005 era, and then a little bit in 07, 08.
Yeah.
I used to.
I remember
go
thinking
for-
when I started playing, I was like, I miss the glory days, but it also feels like things are still getting crazy even now. It's like becoming a big meme.
Yeah, Smash is a meme for sure. I used to practice over at the Sky Pile House. I don't know, in Washington State.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if you remember that crew.
Who's on the crew?
Will Sastifer.
Okay, cool.
And Balefire Boy.
Nice.
And I think Calm Master was in it for a
Those
while.
are some old school names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been around for a while.
That's awesome. I think the reason I was able to get those sick results as Zelda was because my region was the Midwest and everyone's not really amazing, but
Oh yeah, the Midwest nobody looks at.
yeah.
Unfortunately.
It was just
There's some good players though in the Midwest.
it was always just sad though. Like it felt like every time I went to a national, like everyone else improved at the same rate that I did, but the Midwest was always
Yeah.
like the worst. And I don't know. It's some Johns, but I just couldn't break through. It was sad.
No, I think your region is super important for improving.
I agree.
Competitive
I
Smash.
agree. I tried to do what I could, and at least in the end, I was able to do something cool that I was like happy with. But yeah,
Yeah.
it sucked though. Like I don't know,
Yeah,
it's
it's hard.
it
It's
fucking
hard.
sucks.
I mean, Washington had some good players for sure, but it wasn't the most stacked region. There's a lot of hidden bosses there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I never got any really good results or anything, but I just liked going to tournaments. But yeah, I'm out of the game now. I feel
So
like it's a young
you're
person's
suffering
game.
similar hand pain issues.
Yeah, I can't play for an extended period.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. God.
It really sucks.
It's like actually, I would love to play more,
Mhm.
honestly, but yeah, it fucking sucks. I played 2 hours the other day, and like my hands
Yeah,
were
that's
still
rough.
hurting like days later. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I can't help but think that had I been using better hand posture or like not gripped the controller so tight, for many years, I could have like lasted longer. But I don't know. Some of it's probably genetics, I'm sure.
I think I was doomed because I was doing a lot of speedrunning, grinding shit, too.
Yeah, that is very hard on the hands for sure.
I don't know. Just want like a brain to computer interface so I don't have to use my hands.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be really nice.
Like I wouldn't mind even playing some Melee still if
Yeah.
like I didn't have to like injure myself or whatever. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Oh, I heard the Smashbox is more ergonomic.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably definitely a lot easier on the hands. I don't know if it's like still ideal. I think eventually you'll still
Still get pain
still get
playing
the
on
hand. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It hasn't been out long enough,
that. Yeah, I would like to see. I don't know how that plays out.
Yeah, over time for sure. So much drama over the Smashbox though.
That's funny.
It's,
I'm very very used to drama regarding gaming rules because speedrunning was nothing but that.
Was it? I'm not really. So I followed speedrunning or I've been following speedrunning for many years, but I think I probably got into it like watching speedruns in around like 2012. So I'm curious what the community was like. I think you've talked a lot about how the community, speedrunning community in general, has changed over time. Be curious to hear what it was like early on.
Well, early when though? Like when are you talking about?
Like when you started, or when you first started getting into the community.
Well, I started getting into it in like 2006, and
Okay.
well,
Yeah, I missed that whole era.
I was just going on forums and reading about stuff, and it was like fun to read and
Yeah.
like see what people were doing with games, especially the Ocarina of Time glitch stuff.
What kind of forums?
Speed Demos
were there?
Archive.
Okay, yeah. So that's the first resource I remember ever going to finding speedruns.
Yeah, and then when
Or just
when
bots.
live streaming started happening, we were
Yeah.
like ready to fucking disrupt everything and like
Yeah.
fucking yeah, it was a whole new era, and
Yeah.
trying to like build stuff, and I don't know, there's so much painful drama and hurt feelings and anger and like I don't know. It just-
Egos.
Yeah, my ego was involved, and
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I
It's
just
a-
felt like there was so many like hurt. There's so much like fucking baggage.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It just fucking feels bad. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, attention within the community becomes sort of a. I don't know. It just becomes a whole nother element to it, right? Like, it has nothing to do with the games or the strategies or the theories.
And that's the thing, though. Like this is all you speedrunning. It's this thing that's supposedly united amongst all these different games, and so no one had
Right.
anything in common with anyone else, and so, instead of talking about games, it was all drama, like all
Yeah.
drama all the time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
With something like Smash, it's more unified, and even then, it's sort of not really. But
Smash has had its dramas over time, for sure.
yeah,
I mean, I'm sure you remember Smash boards back in the day. It was a cesspool of drama. But
yeah, I liked posting there.
yeah, I used to post on there back in the day. The other thing about Smash, I think, which helped bond the community, was that people saw each other like face to face a lot.
Yeah, it's
A
different.
lot more than other communities, I would say. And still to this day, it's like that. But I don't know, it always felt more personal than other like tournaments or competitions.
I guess I'm glad that I got involved with it because I don't know, it was good when I was involved. I don't know, I had good times.
Yeah.
Sometimes I got into some drama stuff in Smash too. Like once I agreed to split a brawl tournament, and then I decided to not play any of the matches, and people were angry at me like, this is fucking bullshit. Like
Yeah, that splitting was a big deal.
yeah, I used to
But it
split
happened all the
sometime.
time.
Yeah, I didn't even know,
That's-
you know, I was just like, yeah, I want to split and say fuck it because I don't like this game. I was like being a big asshole.
Yeah.
But
Just
yeah,
Smash 3.
yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Oh god.
So how much longer do you think it'll go?
What? Tonight streaming?
Yeah.
I could go hours, maybe.
Really?
Maybe.
That's cool. How long are you gonna do this auditions thing?
I don't
You
know. Until it no longer
Open.
feels good.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. I feel like, I feel like more streamers are kind of opening up, trying out different kinds of interactions with their audience.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think the more someone is engaging with their audience, the more enjoyable it is for everyone. So I think it's what you're doing is sort of an interesting experiment.
Yeah, I started doing it on YouTube like shortly before Twitch like opened up.
Yeah.
And it's been good so far.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it.
Um.
Sometimes I feel regret about things that I say or how I respond to certain things, or like I don't know. And it makes
Yeah.
me want to not archive the stream maybe, but I probably will. This one I think's been pretty okay.
Yeah. From what I've seen, it's been going pretty well.
Sometimes it's very mellow though, which is fine,
Yeah.
but also like I have this hunger within me to like grow my stream up again, so it's like
Yeah, that's
conflicting thing.
that is a very conflicting thing. This type of stream doesn't strike me as something that scales very easily.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know why though. Maybe it's because I don't know. People just want to be like entertained. Like they want like lowbrow entertainment more often. Low effort, I think, is is what some people call it.
Do people just want to be impressed with something?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, some people don't want to think about things too deeply. They just want to.
I feel like that's what I want to do.
I know. It's hard. It's like I can't think of any super popular stream or like TV or I don't know that has this kind of feel to it. Maybe I don't know though. Like I'm thinking of like Crip stream. You know the Hearthstone streamer. He has a pretty chill stream,
Yeah,
and he's not really flashy or.
that's cool. I would like
But
something
he
like
gets
that
like
maybe.
an average of 30K viewers.
Yeah, that's
per
ridiculous.
stream.
At least
yeah.
that shows there's an audience there. It doesn't just want nonstop
Yeah,
flashy bullshit or whatever.
yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know.
Yeah, it's
Just
definitely hard.
a good
like,
environment doesn't have to be insane, but
no, yeah, I don't think so. It's I don't know. You might want to look into how Crip, look at his backstory and see his origins. And how he
I watched I watched some of his stuff before, but I don't really know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it might be an interesting case study. And I'm not necessarily saying that your stream is, you should like copy him or even that your stream is that much similar to his, but you might be able to find some comparisons that are useful in your own stream.
Yeah, it's just when my chat goes dead, it's like, fuck, it feels sad.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. You stream pretty late usually, right?
It depends. Usually,
Or is
kind
it
of.
variable? Yeah, I kind of noticed there was you get a lot of people coming in at this time, like in England or Australia, which is cool. I don't know if there's like a.
I think
I don't know,
England's
like
like
a sweet spot.
sleeping, aren't they?
They're like 8 hours ahead or something. So yeah,
Yeah, Australia though.
whatever. Australia, yeah, maybe that's yeah. But yeah. Anyway, I don't really have anything else to talk about.
Yeah, well,
It was
it's
nice,
been about 20 minutes anyway, so.
Yeah, it was nice virtually meeting you,
Yeah.
and hope you have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
All right, later.
Later. Hello.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Just hanging out on the internet.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I've just been like, I don't know, I guess in chat, following like all the discussions people are having and like all of that stuff, and then like seeing your input on like what's going on and like sort of your point of view of stuff.
Oh, like what are you talking about in particular, or?
Just in general for right now. But there was one thing that actually that I took note of, which was when the person suggested that you should defrag your hard drive.
Yeah.
And then I remembered, you know what? I'm in the same boat. I haven't done it in forever. So I installed this program that I used to use a while ago to defrag my stuff, right? And it has an option where you can analyze your PC and it'll tell you how many files are fragmented and how many um, bytes that's taking out of your hard drive space. And so I did it like, I don't know, I want to say 40 minutes ago, and I'm defragging right now. But it currently is telling me that I have 174.7 gigabytes of fragmented files on my PC.
How big is your hard drive?
It's about, oh my gosh, I don't know off the top of my head because it's like literally almost full. Like there's no space.
Yeah, mine's
437 gigabytes.
Oh, mine is like a terabyte and I have like no space.
Yeah, I only have like 12 gigs left, but that's because I have a lot of stuff on it naturally on top of that. To see that 174 gigs of that is being taken up by fragmented stuff just tells me that that's wasted space. That's not something that I could have it for, you know?
It sounds like I should do it then. I should like
Oh, yes,
install
Scrox.
it or whatever.
Yeah. The one that I'm currently using right now, it's called Defraggler, made by Piriform, and it's worked pretty great for me in the past.
Defraggler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like one of those things where if you haven't done it in forever, you either, if you have a laptop, best keep it plugged in, or if you have a desktop, don't bother turning it off and let it go on that if you haven't done it in forever, because it'll take a while. Uh,
Do you think
yeah,
the
it'll
free
take.
version is fine?
Yeah, I use the free version on practically everything like that, because there's no point in buying the upgraded version because you don't really need to.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
downloading this and wait, so can I run this while I'm streaming or is that a terrible idea?
Uh, you know what? I want to say no, but I really wouldn't know, because unless some of the files that you're currently using to stream have been fragmented and it tries to group them back together,
Okay, I'll wait.
there might be a problem, but realistically, that's that's uh, that's what it is. Because that's actually what happens with the natural state of a spinning hard drive with its spinning disk, is that a lot of the files that you have tend to become fragmented, but it's a very small portion of the file that you don't even notice, but that happens across the board for everything you have installed, and it eventually gets fragmented into multiple different places due to the nature of the way it's designed. And so you kind of have to do that. But once you do it and you've done it, then the next time you get to doing it, you know, if you make a habit of doing it, it'll go like a lot quicker and be like less than 10 minutes if it's been a while. But if it's been like years
It's
and you
been
haven't
years
done
and I've
it,
never done it.
yeah. Let's see here. I'm doing it on my laptop right now that was purchased in 2012, and I don't think I've done it since mid 2013. So it would probably take me like a couple of hours before it either finishes or gets close to finishing.
People
So
in the chat
yeah.
were saying to use the Windows defragger instead of this program.
I mean, the default one, I guess works fine, but I branched out to something else because a couple of people that uh that I knew who did a lot of computer stuff suggested to use this one because it was supposedly more efficient than the standard one that Windows comes with.
Okay, I'm not sure what to do. Maybe I'll just use this one.
I mean, you could probably use the Windows default if you wanted to, but I've used this one for like ever, and it's always seemed to work just fine, maybe even better.
I guess I'll do that after I'm done streaming.
Yeah. So let's see here. Something else to talk about. Hmm. Well, I guess it's more on the same subject. What kind of stuff do you actually store on your hard drive?
It's a ton of stuff. There's like music, there's tons of images, there's tons of videos, and just like random programs. And it's been the same computer for years. It's kind of bloated with random crap.
Yeah, that actually is the problem that I'm facing with right now, because I was thinking because I had an issue with my PC about a month ago, where if I opened something, right, and then I minimized it to go do something else, and then I went to reopen that window, uh, Windows would not fully maximize it, and it would have a hard time doing it. And I never solved the issue. So I said, you know what? I'll just create a new user and a new profile and see if I have the same problem. The problem went away. And I'm like, well, I have like almost 400 gigs of this hard drive used, and I have no way to back up all of that stuff because it literally took me hours to go through and decide what I wanted to keep and what I didn't want to keep. And 400 gigs of stuff is quite a lot of stuff. So I can see what you're talking about, and so it's relatively hard to go through that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my old files. Like, it feels like there's so much stuff I probably don't need.
Yeah, that's how it always is. It's like, oh, I'll never need this in the near future. And so then you go to delete and you're like, but wait, what if I do need this in the near future? I can't get rid of it. And then it's like they're forever caught in limbo of whether or not you want to get rid of it or keep it.
I guess, like, could I just, like, upload all of it somewhere?
Uh,
I
I
mean,
mean,
maybe that's risky because there might be sensitive stuff that I don't want online or something.
well, that's always an issue. And issue number two is you'd have to find a place where it could upload that many gigs for you without paying any money. And then number two, you'd have to have a really good internet connection to do that. Otherwise, there's the possibility of either randomly getting disconnected while uploading stuff, or it taking days to back up a lot of stuff like that. And that's one of the issues. But the main one realistically is, oh, I have this like some of my bank information that somebody could steal, and then, well, it's RIP for you.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just, like, buy another hard drive and have two.
I mean, you could always do that. I know a lot of people who do like daily vlogging and stuff. They generally go through a lot of like uh like stuff, and they don't even, well, they do buy hard drives, but they're external rather than internal hard drives, and they simply just like plug in the external and then fill it with information as they use it, and then when it gets filled up they just buy a new external to plug in rather than having to swap out a hard drive internally, you know.
How big are external hard drives these days?
I've seen a couple that are like 4 terabytes.
See, that would be pretty powerful to have.
Um,
I
it
kind of
w-
want to, like, build a new computer. I feel like this thing's a little old, and I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
need I need I need to do that too. Because the last one I put together wasn't actually for me, it was for my father. And I like had fun doing it. I've only done it twice in my entire life, and that was A because my father wanted a PC and not a store-bought one, and B, I'm poor and don't have any money. Otherwise, I'd be building my own PCs for days.
Yeah, I last built this one in 2012, and that was the first time I ever built a computer, and I was so scared. It took me forever, but it worked. But I know that the cable management is a disaster. I just kind of like I did a horrible job with it.
Oh, I never even bothered with that. Like, there are cases out there that are like, oh yeah, all you gotta do is take this cable and push it through this like uh open circle
Yeah, I know what you're talking
part or
about.
whatever, and then tuck it behind the other side of the case and then pull it back through. And I'm like, it takes a lot of work, and if you do it right, then it looks neat. But I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that. I'll just like stuff all the things in, plug them in, and make sure they work. And then if I can close the side panel, then I'm good,
Yeah, that's
and I'll
exactly
worry
what I
about it
did.
later.
Yep.
But yeah, that's honestly what I like tell a lot of people is that if you're gonna buy a PC, don't go with a store-bought one. It's better just to buy the hardware yourself, and then if you really don't feel comfortable putting all the hardware in yourself, pay somebody else to do it. But in the end, the PC that you purchased will literally most likely fit the needs of what you want without being overly powerful or underly powerful at the price that you want, that you feel you should pay for it. And so it's like you're getting what you paid for.
Yeah. I used to go with those pre-bought like Dells or whatever, but yeah. Once I started like taking streaming seriously, I knew that I had to build it.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know if I should say this because I don't want nobody to steal my idea. But I had this idea for a website, which was a computer-oriented website where you like log in and then you take this questionnaire, and it literally asks you all the stuff that you do when you use a computer, like what you do on a daily basis, what's the kind of stuff that you do, what do you like doing, all of that stuff. And then at the end of this like 3-minute questionnaire, it gives you a list of different types of, I guess, pre-built stuff and laptops too that fit more of the kind of stuff that you answered in your questionnaire. And then it would like take you to a link where you could purchase it. And then below that, it would tell you like every part that's in it, what it does, and sort of like, I guess, a layman's explanation of how they work in case you wanted to know. And then that was the whole idea.
It
And that
sounds
was
useful.
supposed, yeah, and that was the start of it because then after that, I take the money that I made from that and put it back into the company to do, I guess, an upgraded version where instead of the website telling you what PC you should buy, you get a hand built one personally by me or somebody working at my company. But it was all put together by an actual person and then shipped to you. And I thought that that was like something that would be really neat. But I
Yeah,
sort of
not
hit a
having to build it myself, that would be nice just to get it all shipped to me. Like
yeah,
I would
you know.
appreciate that.
And it's like all you're simply doing is answering questions, filling out a questionnaire of like, I don't know, maybe 30 questions or so, and then it tell you this is what you should have in your PC for what you do. Would you like to purchase this PC and we'll send it to you, something like that. And I thought it would be neat because I always felt that when you're walking into like an electronics store and some like old grandma or something walks in wanting to buy a PC, and it's like, oh look, it's a grandma. Guess what she has? A lot of money. Let's sell her this expensive PC that she doesn't need, and tell her that she needs it. And I always felt like that they were taking advantage of people,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I wanted to like stop the taking advantage of stuff and be like, look, this is what you should get. This is exactly what it looks like you need, and this is what you're paying for it. No more, no less. You either take the offer or you don't. There's no gimmicks, there's no hidden fees, there's no nothing. It's straightforward. And I thought it was great, but it never actually went anywhere.
Why not?
Well, I kind of had writer's block. I started like a flow chart of how the questionnaire was going to go, and then I hit a roadblock where there was a question that I wanted to ask, but it sounded really similar to a previous question that I already asked because the questionnaire was going to like split off into different branches. Like if you answered specific questions, it take you more towards the casual person and the casual route of things, you know. And if you answered more towards on like playing video games or whatnot, you'd have a second like set of questions for that side. And then there was like a question where it literally sounded like the same on both sides, and there was no way I could ask the question without it being the same or coming from the same thing. And it's like, well, how do I split this into two different sides that the questionnaire would switch to from that point? And I just like essentially hit writer's block with the questions, and so I put it on hold.
Hmm. Well, good luck if you ever try to put that together.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, like somebody also mentioned in the chat, I guess, or maybe it was you that was the first one to mention it. But if you ever think about putting a new PC together, you should definitely go with um uh PC parts picker. I
Yeah,
think that's what
PC
it
part,
is.
or yeah, I forgot what it's called, but yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, I used it myself when I really didn't have to because I like knew what I was doing, but I did it anyways, just so it could, double check. And I haven't bought any of the parts for it yet because, no monies, but it seems pretty good for like $500. That's the goal that I went with. A $500 budget gaming PC, and it seems pretty decent for what I put in it. And now I just need to like get the money to put it together,
I
and then I
think I
can.
might go through that PC part picker and see what it would give me, kind of, or
Yeah,
see what would fit for me. I mean,
yeah, because like all it realistically is pretty much you select a part that you'd like to go with that you think would be good and something that's in your price range, and then you select something else that you think would go together. Like you say, oh, I want this motherboard because it's pretty cheap and it has enough slots for my RAM and graphics card and all that stuff, so I'm gonna go with it. And then you select a processor, right? It'll tell you after you've selected the processor in a column whether or not it's compatible with any of the previous hardware that you've picked. So if you pick something that's not compatible with what you have, it'll tell you, and then you can just go ahead and pick something else. So
I haven't done this in forever. I might just hold on to this PC until well, I don't know when I need to upgrade, because I know like GPUs and CPUs, I don't think they've improved too much compared to, like, it feels like they improved a lot more before, then they stagnated a bit in the last few years. I don't know if that's true. It just, I get that impression.
It seems like they've sort of like I guess I could say pigeonholed themselves into like very nitty gritty improvements for what they want, but for overall, I would say anything I guess last year or towards the middle end of 2014 is something that you would go with in terms of that, and sort of like mid-range i5 or i7. Either one of those two would be pretty much fine, unless you really wanted to shell out the money for something next gen.
Yeah, I wonder if I should just wait a bit until Well, I don't know if technology will improve a bunch.
I mean, realistically, to be honestly, the best time to like buy parts for a PC if you're doing it is either Black Friday or Cyber Monday.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Well, looks like the timer has run out on this stuff, so
Yeah, thanks for the conversation.
yeah, no problem.
Hello.
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 Hello. What's up?
Just hanging out on the internet.
So I have a question actually. Well, first, what made you actually go into speedrunning and that kind of stuff?
Just kind of an interest in
Like you saw
breaking the
like
games,
an
kind
event.
of.
So like you went to an event and like people did speedrunning and stuff, and you were like, I would like to do that.
No, it was more about forum posts talking about how Ocarina of Time, different glitches and like things you could do in the game to sequence break it. That was kind of what got me interested.
Oh. So like you experimented and just that happened.
Wait, what?
So you experimented with it and speedrunning. You went into speedrunning, kinda.
Yeah, I guess so.
Pretty cool.
I've been uploading videos recently of like some of the old stuff from like
yeah, I've seen
2008.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but I made a joke like a few hours ago that about I would sing for mod.
Oh yeah. Well, if you want to sing, you can, but I cannot promise you mod.
No, I thought about that, yeah, but also pretty nervous, but I don't know if you can put the song in stream. I don't think you can, otherwise muting and shit like that.
Oh yeah, that's like a problem. Cause I want to have my streams kind of like archived, but there's so many like audio copyright problems that like I don't know.
Oh yeah. But I guess it will be like me hearing singing and without music or whatever, so it's pretty awkward.
Right, yeah. I mean, if you were singing along with music, then
I will be.
it wouldn't sync up to me playing it or anything, you know? So. Oh, I just got a sub. Nice. Thank you.
So it will be pretty awkward, to be honest.
So you don't want to do it, or?
I have to. I have to.
You have to. Okay, do it. Do it.
Yeah. Give me some moments, I guess. There's a place I can go where the rides never close. Come on down, down. There's a barrel of fun spinning round till I'm numb. All this merry-go-round. Going riding, riding, riding from me. Anyone can see that I've had too much to dream. I'm singing till I'm screaming, dance till I'm bleeding. A cruel reality when I had too much to dream. Well, keep your eyes shut, because you don't want to break wake.
That was beautiful. Can you do more?
Through your mouth of a clown, take a sip or go down. What a thrill, thrill, thrill. All the corporal being, for fuck's sake, you fail. Going riding, riding, riding from me. Anyone can see what I had too much to dream. I'm singing till I'm screaming, dancing till I'm bleeding. A cruel reality you have had too much to dream. Better keep your eyes shut because you're on. Everybody's waiting for a certain call. I'm the fool who's so busy singing all too well. Anyone can see that I had too much to dream. Singing till I'm screaming, dancing till I'm bleeding. A cruel reality where you had too much to dream. Better keep your eyes shut. Because you don't have anyone can see that I had too much to dream. Singing till I'm screaming, dancing till I'm bleeding. A cruel reality when you had too much to dream. Better keep your eyes shut, 'cause you don't want to wake up. One can see that I had too much to dream. I'm singing till I'm screaming, dancing till I'm bleeding. A cruel reality when you had too much to dream. Better keep your eyes shut. Okay, that's it. Voila.
That was good. I liked it.
Yeah, thank you. Pretty awkward.
That was the
okay.
first time someone was singing on here.
Oh. That's nice.
Yeah,
I'm the first.
you are the first. Maybe not the last. We'll see.
Oh, well, maybe I will sing more in the future.
Yeah, if you want to.
Will be cool. Like every one day in a week or something.
I'm not sure when I'm doing more of these streams. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it tomorrow or not.
No. It will be alright, I think. Just do your own stuff.
Yeah, there's like programming that I want to get done.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
It's a JavaScript web thing.
Oh, you will be making your own website.
It's like a web game application thingy.
Like Android apps.
Well, at the moment I'm just gonna have it work in the desktop browser, but I could get it working well on mobile as well.
So I think you want to keep it like secret or something, like what it is about, I think, until it's like near finished.
Well, I might start being more open about it, but not for a little bit still.
No, it will be alright, I think. No haste.
Yeah. There's still a lot I have to do, but I have done a lot as well.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like lately I haven't been working on it as much though. But I should.
Well, you just I don't know, you don't have to haste it or anything, I think.
Yeah, I know, but
Well, maybe it's like cool to have it done quick.
it's just cool to be making regular progress on it, and sometimes I don't feel motivated, which is sad.
Why don't you listen to music while you're writing?
Oh, I do.
Oh.
I don't know.
Or like
Sometimes
talking
I
to
just you mean talking to people while I do it?
Sorry, what?
Do you mean me talking to
What?
people while I program it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Not like streaming, but I mean like chit-chatting with some people, you know.
That might be distracting, but if I was talking to someone who knows programming stuff, then maybe it'd be kind of good.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really know much about the talk, to be honest.
Oh, that's okay.
Do you?
What to talk about? I don't know. Maybe I can just move to the next person.
Maybe.
But
I think otherwise it will be like awkward silence, and we'll be like, I think I will be moved to the new next person.
all right. Well, I appreciated the singing, and thanks for coming on.
Oh yeah, no problem. Have fun.
Yeah.
And good luck with your writing on JavaScript.
Yeah. Thanks.
See ya later.
Later. All right. Oh no, have we run out of people? All right. Hold on. We got someone. Hello.
Hello.
Hey. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Wait, what were you saying?
I just wanted to shout out the ASMR Discord. It is the best Discord.
The ASMR
Yeah,
Discord.
that's literally all. Yeah.
That sounds like an interesting place.
It's a really nice place. Would you like to join it?
Sure.
Okay. Give me like 1 minute.
All right.
Okay, I PM'd you it. Oh, I can't PM you. What?
Yeah, I disabled PMs.
Yeah, sorry. I did the dungeon.
Okay, I'll join it. All right. Wait, what happened to me?
No sensual stuff. I promise.
I think I just joined the ASMR voice channel on accident or something. I don't know what I just did.
Yeah, that was strange.
ASMR for speedrunners. Wait, what is this?
It's exactly what it says. Like, yeah, ASMR for speedrunners.
Oh no, I didn't know it was a speedrunning thing.
It's on. Well, you don't have to be a speedrunner. That's kind of the joke.
Okay.
Like, we just put that there for like shits and giggles, but like there's no other reason for it.
Okay, that made me a little anxious actually.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, nobody here's a speedrunner.
Okay. I was like, oh no, did I just like jump into some speed community?
No, it's okay. So, yeah. I guess that's it.
All right. Well, thanks. All right. Hello. All right. So, is that the end of this stream? Should I call it a night? I think I might be done. Well, okay. I enjoyed this stream. And you sounded fine. But this stream felt kind of mellow. Maybe a little too mellow. Maybe a little bit too mellow. Little too mellow. Makes me feel like I don't know. I crave so much. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for in these streams where I talk to people. I just kind of enjoy it, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I don't know if it's gonna be anything. Have some predefined topics. Well, it's supposed to be kind of open-ended, but I don't know. Feels like I don't know if I should do another one tomorrow. I feel like I got a lot of I've had a lot of these in the last few days, so oh, looks like some other people are chatting, but not me. Ali X, Too Much to Dream. Okay, I'm gonna listen to that after the stream's over. I'm probably gonna end it really shortly. Have backup topics as a fallback. Is there anything wrong with not having a backup topic and instead just ending the call and going to the next person? Instead of like forcing the conversation to go on with something like some like preset thing or whatever. I don't know. Do a peace sign when I sign off. I'll run out of people to talk to. I think there's always people, but I also feel kind of tired after all that. I feel kind of tired. End it when I get bored. Yeah, sometimes I just go quiet and then I don't have much to say, then they don't either, so we just kind of end it. Okay, so chat, please tell me what you think of these streams. Do you enjoy these streams and would you like to see more of these streams? Do you dislike these streams? Do you think this is boring? Should I do something else? Let me know how you feel about it. Danny, the trolls come in the chat and then they're like, I love you, I'm a big fan of you. And then they're like, and then they leave. I don't know. The trolls are too scared to like, they're not actually assholes, I feel like, or they're too scared to be an asshole. Maybe they respect me more than they know. You absolutely love them. You enjoy the streams a lot. Top quality stream, you're into these. Great combos, they're okay. Most people are boring to listen to. Better than radio hosts, very enjoyable, depends on the guests. Maybe only a couple hours of calls. These streams are anime orgasm. Entertaining and chill, love the idea. You like it. It's like a podcast or radio. Maybe you rename them so you don't have to explain them over and over. You like them, they're relaxing. Conversation is a little awkward at times, but what can you do? Audition streams are okay, but maybe just not every day. Do a cuddle stream. I need some cuddle friends to do a cuddle stream. I don't have cuddle friends. It's a call show, I should rename it. No. The cuddle friends. The cuddling happens in the IRL, not on the internet. This is an important distinction. Anyway, I guess I'm done with the stream. So, thanks for watching.